Well, as you can see, I've gotten the chassis removed on the CTC5. The 21 AXP22 is still in the cabinet. That's where it stays. I actually will flip the cabinet around so it will be nice and protected up against the wall. Let's zoom in here. Speaker is in great shape. Speaker fabric's in great shape. Don't have to mess with that. The tuner shelf I have reinstalled after fixing the dial cord, testing all the tubes. Everything was good. I lubricated the UHF tuner, not that I'll be using it, and the VHF tuner just to make sure everything was free moving, nothing was going to jam up. There was one cap, 0.47, which I replaced right there. There's also a whole bunch of resistors right here, which most of them were out of spec, so I replaced. Actually, there is a dial light up here that I need to. It's the UHF dial light. It is not where it should be. Now it is. Okay. So I've gotten the tuner shelf reinstalled. Don't have to mess with that anymore. Let's see here. Here is the tube chart inside the cabinet. And we also got a little serial number sticker right here. Cabinet's nice and clean inside. I don't recall, I don't think I cleaned this yet. I'm going to go over the bottom of it. It's got a little dust on it, but not bad at all compared to some sets. There's no cobwebs, no spiders, nothing like that. So whoever had this set took care of it. And I know Tim Pliniak had it for a while, and he's the one who got it from, I believe it was in Binghamton, New York, is where he picked it up. So let's go on over and take a look at the chassis, which is on my bench. And it is a big boy. It takes up like all of my bench. I have to make more room before I can work on this guy. So this will be my first color set. I have not done a color set before. Everybody tells me go ahead and, replace the electrolytic cans, replace all the capacitors on all these boards, and test your resistors. Any ones that are out of spec, replace. Test all the tubes. Everybody says it's pretty, much a standard restore. They say that the big trick is the setup. Once you have the thing up and running, doing a setup, which I have no clue how to do. And I've had this set for almost a year. I've been sitting on it. I'm kind of nervous to work on it, but I'm just going to take my time and go through it nice and slow. And Nick Williams has moved a bit closer to me. He's about 90 miles away, so hopefully he can walk me through a setup, and worst comes to worst, he can maybe come up here, on a Saturday, and we can visit, and he can walk me through a first setup of a vintage color set, which would be awesome. Buy him some beer and some pizza. See the front here? Got all the controls. There's a lot of the color controls here on the set, which are actually accessible through the cabinet, which is nice. There's a door at the bottom of the cabinet that opens, so you can actually access those. They're not on the back or anything. The set is dirty, and it's not dust. It's like, well, I guess it is dust, but it's kind of stuck to the set. So I get maybe some, maybe a Q-tip with a little bit of maybe alcohol on it. Yeah, that'll probably take it right off. Something like that. We'll probably clean those up pretty decent, especially so I can make out the values of the resistors and everything. Some of these are really, really crusty. Let's see if we can. Yeah, I mean, this is black. Everything's black. I can't read anything. So I'm one of those guys who likes to know what the part is on the set and then reference the SAM and the schematics to see what matches up. I don't like going just off the schematic because of different model runs and all that kind of stuff. So I like to go with what's in the set, and then kind of verify using the paperwork. Let's see, what else do we got here? 2 more electrolytics. Looks like there's 2 electrolytics over here, 2 over here. This is interesting. This board here is actually a metal insert board, where there's a arrestor that, I don't know what this material is back then that they used for boards. But there's one that's kind of like, this area here is kind of like metal. Have to look it up and see what area this is in here. I know, like, they break it up, like one's vertical, you got your horizontal, you got your this might be signal. That's what this probably is. This is probably your signal input, maybe. Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Not sure, I'm just guessing at this point. To start studying the schematic. This, to me, back here, I don't know what this vertical board is. It might be something to do with the color. It could be something to do with the color. Not many controls in the back of these, I've noticed. You got vertical centering, and then on the HV box, horizontal centering, width, and focus. Somebody wrote those on, so. And then matrix balance, and not sure what that is. ACC. Have to look that up. Killer. Somebody wrote outer killer. I don't know. Oh, gee, that doesn't look good. I don't like killer written anywhere on my chassis. Let's remove the high voltage cage here, so you guys can have a look inside. And your flyback, which has, you can see on either side down in there, here, and down over in here. There has been some oozing over the years of some wax. Overall, it looks pretty good, though. I like this angular mounted tube here. That's kind of neat. Now, when I got this set about a year ago, I did fire it up on my Variac, got it up to a little bit over 100 volts, and got a full raster. I got a picture too, and great sound, as is. So the picture was all kind of like a light greenish color, but I think I got a good candidate for a restart here, and I know this guy was putting out high voltage. And I know that, it powered up, so. I didn't push it. I didn't want to go any higher than, just, I saw the raster, the picture, and actually it was kind of watchable. The linearity wasn't too far off. The horizontal was actually in sync, so it was kind of neat to see that just come up on its own. So let's flip this guy up here, see what's underneath. If I can. This sucker's huge. I have to get a bigger bench, and well, there it is. I'm amazed that underneath here it's not really too intimidating looking. I mean, there's some sparsely populated capsules. I do not know what this is. This big long sucker here. I have no clue what that is. I'm gonna have to look that up. But yeah, there doesn't seem to be very many caps under here, or many resist. I guess that's because everything's topside on these boards. At the bottom of the boards there. There's been some work over the years, you can see. This area here has been resoldered. Yeah, a bunch of these have been resoldered. So somebody's had their handiwork in here. But all in all, not too bad, I'd say. There's the bottom of the flyback. Nothing nasty looking there. Now there's some nastiness down here underneath the transformer. There's a lot of goo here. And I don't know if that's goo that's leaked down over time, or if it's hard to tell. I don't see much goo up here. It's hard to tell. Actually, no, because there's goo over here, which wouldn't have been able to leak down. This looks like it's been insulated like that. I don't know. I wonder if they insulated the wires and the connections coming out of the transformer like that. They just coated them in wax. Because it really doesn't. Yeah, I don't know how wax would get on this side of the terminal strip, and the hole's all the way down here. So yeah, I think this was coated. Huh. Hard to tell. Well, hopefully the transformer's okay. Not too intimidating when you look at it from underneath, but up top is a little bit different than what I'm used to. Man, this thing's huge. What a chassis. Can't even get the full thing in the screen. I'm gonna have to back up here. Look at that. It's like a city. So, and as you can see, there's some orange drops in here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Looks like somebody doubled them up here. So yeah, there's been some repairs, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'm nervous and excited about working on this guy. So I hope you guys enjoyed a look at the CTC5 chassis. And I will hopefully start working on this guy in conjunction with the little Motorola 7-inch. Bouncing back and forth between those will be kind of different. And I'll slowly, hopefully, get both of them working.